I am Ivy, also known as Poison Ivy. Oftentimes, I'm with a band, Poison Ivy, and the People. Tonight it's just me, and I will be doing something a little bit different. I have written this thing kind of called Self-Destruction, a Microcosm, the musical, and that's what I'm about to do. But first I just wanted to say I have a band, Poison Ivy and the People. Next Thursday we are releasing our first EP and having a release show at Uptown VFW. So you should come out to that. It's going to be pretty different than what I do tonight, but just as emotional and dramatic, I promise. And so before I start, I would like to give a little content warning for Self-Destruction and Microcosm the musical. For self-harm, eating disorders, toxic societal standards, substance use, general fucked up world stuff. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'll be playing a bit of a character, you know, loosely based on myself. Do you ever have an urge to utterly destroy yourself? To see your own blood? To shrink until you disappear? To seek validation? To be numb? To feel anything at all? To make desperate attempts to run away from yourself? Or run away from those who care about you? To take action in a way that is objectively harmful to your own physical form? Maybe it's irrational, but that doesn't really matter at all, does it? It seems emotions don't always take reality into consideration. As you may know, there are lots of different ways to self-destruct or behave in self-destructive ways. Those with self-destructive tendencies each have their own preferred methods or behaviors with which they self-destruct, like a drug of choice, or DOC, a behavior of choice, a BOC, or BOC. Tell me what it's like Well, I'm very versatile. I will tell you a few ways in which I may or may not allegedly engage in self-destructive behaviors, but first, I find that, especially when I'm not ready to face reality, distraction is a really good coping skill. Well, it's a good skill until it's a form of avoidance, and if I'm being honest, I fear myself. I fear being alone with my thoughts, especially at night. So I keep myself busy, do shit till I'm dizzy. But I don't stop and I don't drop, I'll keep singing. I keep myself occupied, tired, and I'm wide-eyed. I ain't got nothing to hide. Maybe I'm crying on the inside, making my way back to these sides. I got places to be, I got things to do. I'm better off with you, but it doesn't have to be you. It's true. If I'm alone with my thoughts, I'll be caught up in knots. So I keep myself busy, busy till I'm dizzy. I don't want anybody to worry. I can't participate, but I'll be there just to show I care. I can't be in the quiet. I'm not compliant, I'm reliant on change. You can trust me, I'll be there at our plans. You know where I'll be, you know what things I gotta do, and then I'm better off with you. But it doesn't have to be you. It's true. If I'm alone with my thoughts, I'll be caught up in knots. It's Operation Remove the Wall. It's Operation Try Not to Fall. It's Operation Give Me a Color. I'll just keep myself busy, busy till I'm dizzy. She kissed me, what did she? It's getting through the night. Don't pretend to know what's right. I'll be fine tonight. A light night, a light. I never do this in this fight. I told you I got plans, but you could be my plans. Could be my place to go, my person and you. I'm better off with you, but it doesn't have to be you. It's true. If I'm alone with my thoughts, I'll be caught up in knots. So I keep myself busy till I'm dizzy. The praxis of one theory. We're all real busy, aren't we? Surviving in a capitalist hellscape is somehow extremely time-consuming, even with all the conveniences we have access to, like pre-made food and extremely fast modes of transportation, relatively new inventions considering the history of humanity. And still, we're so busy trying to survive and simply be okay that we rarely have time to engage in the world-changing we so long for and collectively need. Woo! Burnt out from the toxicity of existing in a fucked up world with so much war, hatred, greed, where you can't help but feel like you don't have much of a choice but to be part of it all. Is there a way out? Well, if not, then there is in your mind. Even the illusion of escape tickles the senses. I'll do anything, anything to get out of this tortured mindset. You do what you gotta do to get through. So it's not easy to resist the temptations of the night. When it comes to altered states of mind, well, I'm just a curious person. What would it be like to feel different? Just wanting it isn't enough. I've gotta have it. And drugs make it easier. I'm sick in bed and sick in the head. Can't fuck my way out instead. I could numb my brain, succumb to a lack of and that only through connecting with others deeply can we recover. After all, addiction thrives in isolation. Maybe this is true, maybe. But you know what else feels like a drug? Being desired. You can totally get high on feeling wanted, you know? I've heard it said that validation is a drug, and it's true. Well, it's true if you've been socialized in such a way that has caused you to feel as though your value is dependent on others' desire for your body. And through experience, I found that if I lend them my body, I'll get validation in return. And if I don't allow them access to my body, well, where am I going to get my validation fix? Oh, sorry, one second, I'm getting a call. Hello?
Who is it?
Oh, I can validate myself? You mean it's not my fault that I've been conditioned to crave approval and validation from others and internalize that need so intensely that it feels like my entire being is at stake without it? Wait. Are you saying that it's possible for me to love myself? Thanks. I'm cured! Whoa, well, maybe my self-esteem doesn't have to rely on other people's perceptions of me. Now that I've realized that, I can change, right? I can move forward in my life without validation seeking. With this new self-awareness of my internalized beliefs, I can choose to grow into the person that I want to be, for myself, not for anybody else, right? Right?
Yes!
Wow, I feel so much better. Everything is going to be different starting right now. Until I get into a situation, relationship, where I'm expected to be emotionally available. I can't believe this is out of my mind. I don't know if I exist. My troubles outside. I can't believe this. Do I exist? Well, if everything is true, then maybe I am too. I was so lucky in life, but I'm on for eternal strife. I don't know how to do this right. I push everyone away, even ask till you can. Oh, one second, I'm getting another call. Hey, I'm kind of in the middle of this big realization that's gonna put an end to my self-destructive behaviors. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. And without my dangerous quest for dopamine, I'll finally have the capacity to change the world. Oh, it's not that easy? Self-awareness alone is not enough to change my neural pathways, and my deeply ingrained thought patterns will still lead me to feeling worthless and doing impulsive and unhealthy things to get external validation or feel some sense of control over myself. And I can't effectively stop the destruction of the planet while I'm stuck in cycles of destroying myself?
Damn!
I'm over here doing my best, trying to find an ounce of hope, and they're raining all over my self-growth journey parade. Whatever. Honestly, I'm just being dramatic. I'm fine. Maybe I'm just confused. Objectively right or wrong. Well then, why do I feel so much guilt and shame all the time? I mean, of course things can cause harm, but if I'm only hurting myself, then why should anyone else care? Okay, well, of course I would care if someone I loved was hurting themselves, but I just simply have less value as a person, okay? And I deserve it, obviously, but what if I don't want to anymore? Well, it doesn't matter because, unfortunately, there is a demon inside me. Anorexia relapse snuck up on me while I wasn't looking. So rude. Well, I was busy stressing about other stuff. This relapse, different than before. It's more unconscious. My eating disorder has gotten smarter and sneakier, and therefore I've gotten sicker. When I feel powerless, which I often do, I can actually get kind of euphoric from being really hungry. It makes me feel some sense of control. Or, when I shove my fingers down my throat until my puke runs clear, that also makes me feel good. For a moment. Isn't that fucked up? But, like I said, there's a demon inside me. It's obsessed with me. It claims to care about me. It's very needy and demands all my attention. And the things it tells me to do get disguised as my own thoughts. Can you imagine? A master manipulator inside my head. But I know some of its tricks, and if I do what it tells me to do for too long, I become completely empty. breath quite like I want to yet. Barely surviving life. Abuse of autonomy, misuse of my body. Every day, this and this to say. The obsession intensifies, the nightmare opens up your eyes. This must be control, you think, like some attainable goal. Hopelessly running on empty, slowly then quickly, for some false sense of control, making me pretty sickly. They say there's a demon inside of me. It creeps up and suddenly I can't see clearly. No one's taking facts like that and hopefully they'll try to swallow me through the disguise. But the demon inside me tells me what to do, so who should I listen to? They want me to name my demon. I don't see the reason. It's got my brain and it's got my name. So when I look in the mirror, I go insane. It's clear what it wants. It wants me dead or alive and haunted, hanging on by a thread. Maybe I'm not the only one with a demon inside me, even though it feels so alone. Does an entire species ever have the desire to destroy itself without care for others who may be destroyed in the process? Maybe starving myself is like deforestation. Am I doomed to live a life without trees, without life in my heart?
No.
Is the earth doomed due to human activity?
No.
So many questions, so little answers. It makes me want to disappear. I feel stuck. I wish I could run away from myself. If I go through the motions, will it ever go away? If I become mechanical, will I get out some way? The only way out is through. I wonder if that's even true. The only way out is through. Isn't there anything else I can do? My physical form is not any brighter than it was before. I'm in my prime, they say I can keep climbing on no sleep all day. I've got no choice but to stay, forget what all the voices say. This body led me astray, but I can't get away. This body is my home. This body is so unknown. This body underground, stuck in this body I'm stuck in this body, feeling kind of foggy, stuck in this wave that's driving me around. Stuck in this body, every day more sloppy, stuck in this translate that's following me to the ground. Yeah, my body is my home. My body is an entire ecosystem, and it'll eat me if I don't take care of it, literally. Similarly, this planet is our home, and it will destroy us all if we don't take care of it. We're so addicted to this modern way of life, you know, the convenience of it all, having access to everything you could ever want at the click of a button.
How can I live without Instagram?
The convenience of getting somewhere quickly and without much of your personal energy expended. There is a price to this way of life. Unsustainable, they say. Unsustainable. Unable to be sustained. So when does it end? When we're faced with disasters that wipe out all of humanity and other species after humans have violently sucked out every valuable resource the Earth has to offer and therefore driven this planet into the ground? Or is there another option? Is there?
I think there's one.
What's left? Once I've destroyed myself beyond recognition, is there any coming back from that? Once we've sucked the planet dry of resources, is there a grand undoing? Once I've starved my organs and sliced all my skin, once we've polluted the water, toxified the air, once I've damaged my mental cognition, deficient in vitamins, once we've cut down all the trees and many species have gone extinct, once my digestive system is irreparably harmed and I need a feeding tube, I once had a healthy body. We once had a healthy planet. I took it for granted. We took it for granted, thinking it won't happen to me. I won't have medical complications from this. Thinking we won't run out of resources, deplete soil of its nutrients, or an oil spill in the Mississippi is a solvable problem. No. These things don't disappear overnight once we finally realize that we're sick. No, because we're ill. We don't just magically get better with self-awareness alone. The sickness is deep. It's hard to know anything at all, and it's hard to grow when all you do is fall. It's hard to change when stuck behind a wall. It's hard to rearrange when you can't even make a call. You have the power to change these patterns, but flesh tastes better when it's my own. Calling the darkness to take my shadows, calling the shadows to drain my soul. I put my head back on the train, and I felt the rumble vibrate through my skull. Write it down where you wanna go. It lives in your notebook. Don't you know reality is little granny. You have the power to change these patterns, but flesh tastes better when it's my own. Calling the darkness to take my shadows, calling the shadows to claim my soul. You have the power to change these patterns, have the power. You have the power to change, to change, to change, to change, to change.
We have the power to change these patterns, everybody. Remember those words.
But we don't just magically get better with self-awareness alone. It requires ongoing learning and, more importantly, unlearning. We can know we're sick and still go on making ourselves sicker. Isn't that sick? Yeah, it is. Maybe I am a microcosm of destruction on a bigger scale. It's all fractals, happening on every scale. We've got a lot of unlearning to do. A formless pole, a body not formed. It manifests physically before mentally, unfortunately, with intensity and notes of a void that ends so carved out of me. There's depth in the air between side and deep. You can't hide. It's visceral, emotional, non-negotiable. It's a stage of yearning, the age of unlearning, like tears running down your face. What is there to gain from blaming your brain? Are you scared you caused all this pain? In the stage of yearning, the age of unlearning. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, 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 it's so confessional. Ooh, it's so unprofessional. They gave away their soul and tried to fill that hole. It's gonna take more than that to feel home. Things don't grow under pressure, but we can grow together. Or whatever. You know your perspective is subjective. You know your advice is ineffective. Suddenly overtaken by the urge to dance. Change is the only constant. Longing is a human response. We learn, we grow, we prosper. We fall, we cry, we get lost in the stage of yearning, the age of unlearning. Like when you can taste tears running down your face. What is there to gain from blaming your brain? Are you scared you caused all this pain? In the stage of yearning, the age of unlearning. It's all co-occurring and oftentimes disturbing. The stage of yearning, the age of unlearning. Stage of yearning, the age of
Woo! Unlearn that bullshit, everybody.
There's connections. We are all little universes. That's the end.
Woo! Can you play Peculiar, please? Will you just play Peculiar? No? Maybe some other time.